let's discuss the rapture. So, what is the rapture? What is it not? And what does the Bible have to say about it? To put it simply, without going into too much detail, the rapture is the next event on the clock, so to speak. It will occur, and Jesus himself will come into the sky, bring all living believers up to him in this event. They will not die, but there will be other impactful things, but that's detailed. So simply, that's the event. Jesus comes down to the sky, brings all living believers up to him at the time, and the event's over. That's pretty much it. There's not that much else to it there. The main thing now is, what does the Bible actually say about it? Especially since now people are trying to predict it. So as before, I'm not going to give any verses verbatim, encourage personal study. So yeah, you get there on your own, but I will tell you more specifically since it's a more niche thing to find. You're going to want to look in the Gospel of John, the book of 1 Thessalonians, and 1 Corinthians. John contains the promise by Jesus that he would return for the believers. Again, this is oversimplifying things, but it does still get the gist of it. So Thessalonians contains 7 details about the rapture. I only have time for one, but we that are alive, that are left, shall together be caught up in the clouds. Every believer, without exception, will be removed from the earth and will be united with Jesus in the sky. Again, I only read a part of the verse, but you're gonna have to do a little research on it if you want. Okay? And then Corinthians also speaks of the more after effects of the event of the rapture, which is believers are given rewards. I'm not going to go into that now, but for lack of time, we'll simply say it's the resurrection. And you can word study that if you want. Let's see here. Regarding the timing of it, which is the most controversial topic, anybody who believes in it most of the time, for more major movements, will attempt to predict it in some way, shape, or form. But what does the scripture have to say about that? Let's see. There it is. Most of the information for the timing of the rapture can be found in mostly just the book of Revelation. There's some key details here or there in other books, but you'll mostly find it in the book of Revelation. Again, not going to say verses, you can find it, but you know where to look now. Okay, so the rapture will occur before, you'll see in the book of Daniel and Ezekiel, you'll see the 7-year tribulation, which is again confirmed in Revelation. That will occur very soon after the rapture. And we can see that in the way the book's orchestrated in the event having occurred. Simple. Okay, and obviously the 7-year tribulation and the gist of how that works and all that can be covered another time. There's a lot to say about that, too much for one video here. Okay, let's see here. And there is no biblical support for dating the rapture. I've recently seen, not just I, everyone's recently seen the fact that the rapture was predicted for, what was it? The 23rd of September. Well, we're still here, so either God's lying or someone else is lying, and sounds a little more accurate to say they're lying. Okay, let's see here. There's no biblical support for dating the rapture of the church, nor biblical support for saying God has revealed in a secret code of numbers or any other mystical format for any form of calculation to be done to find the secret special date of the rapture. It just doesn't make any sense. Throughout the scriptures, whenever you read, you don't see God speaking in super ultimate secret codes like that. Signs are normally very simply explained. Symbols are almost always given their meaning in the immediate context or very early on beforehand. And they never have different meanings. The symbols always have the same meaning. Unless you're stupid and are attempting to switch the meanings. Let's see here. And apparently people are saying that Mr. Joshua I don't remember his last name, was the gentleman who originated this rapture on the 23rd of September, which again is insane. But apparently people say he's a prophet. For anyone that wants to know what a prophet is by definition, that's another video, but just do a quick word study on a website like Got Questions or anything like that, or Blue Letter Bible's probably better. You'll find out pretty quickly what a prophet is. They're very specific, and I don't think Mr. Joshua counts. And let's see here. There's this, and apparently a new date was set for, what was it, the 6th or the 7th of October? When are people going to stop believing in date set? What happened? Did God get distracted or something? Did he forget? Did he oversleep or something? What happened on the 23rd? Because if all the magic signs indicated that he was going to do it, and he didn't, that means lie. So either God lied, or whoever was predicting it lied. And now, again, by definition of prophet, they've been proven an inaccurate prophet. So none of their other stuff should be believed, and yet now people are predicting the next date? Maybe just stop for once. Just, calm down a little bit. You clearly aren't getting it right. But that is pretty much it. If there's any follow-up questions or things I need to iron out, just comment it or something, and I'll probably see about ironing out any wrinkles in my video.